Bedtime story time again. Whoopee. Woohoo. Wonderful. Yes, I've decided to present to you another thrilling story from my ever so lovely life. Simply because I just don't have the fucking motivation to work on any of the other projects that I've been slowly building in my free time. Hopefully we get to see those fucking pieces of shit in the future, but right now I decided to go back to stories a little bit because there are a few things I want to talk about. The game I'm playing is Battlefield 3. Let's do this shit. No, we're not doing that. Anyways, I want to talk about my experiences with camps in the past. I've always loved the idea of a good camp, and that probably comes from a bunch of movies that I've seen in the past. Particularly, I guess, Camp Lazlo, which is a cartoon used to show on Cartoon Network. And I've always kind of wanted to have an experience like that myself. So a friend of mine back in the day recommended me to go to this really popular, really wacky, sick, crazy camp that everyone goes to, and I obliged and I went there, and it was an absolute fucking piece of shit experience. The fucking people I had to spend time there with were the absolute fucking biggest gopniks you could find in this entire fucking dimension. Like, not even Russia itself could present fucking gopniks of this level, I shit you not. And I had to spend an entire week with these fucking people. After the fucking third day I already wanted to go home, but the only single event, besides the games, because the games were the best parts of this camp, but the only non-game related event which was actually memorable was one evening. One of the guys in my cabin were telling everyone this really shitty cliche story about this haunted grave that anyone who passes through this grave at night or some bullshit gets killed, and there were instances, which is absolute fucking bullshit. And I've heard a few versions of this story, but it's all fucking dumb. But the best part was that the moment he fucking stopped telling the story, the lights just went completely out. Just like, fucking gone. And the moment this happens, those fucking brave soldiers just completely fucking started pissing their pants, fucking tugged behind their blankets. And I can't say like I was some secret brave person here. I don't know if I was scared or not at that time, but what I can remember was this experience was pretty fucking hilarious. They also said that they saw some glowing eyes in the distance through the window, which is also bullshit because that was just the fucking the camp lights basically. But yeah, that was a pretty fucking memorable experience. But the rest was absolute shit, of course, besides the games. My friend was a girl at the time, my best friend, who was also there with me at the camp, so we couldn't be in the same cabin, so I was with these fucking three random pieces of shit, but, well, yeah, there's really not all that much to say about that. After that, I told myself I am never going back to camp after that shit, at least not a camp that I would do some, research about and find out that it has some actually, tolerable people. Anyways, 9th grade comes, and our language teacher and our religion teacher apparently have access to the cabins that the camp that I previously went to takes place, basically. I don't know why, I don't know what relationship they have with the owners, but apparently they can, use the cabins if they want to host something or whatever. So at the time, I was basically the language teacher's pet. Not that I wanted to, but I was probably the only kid who actually wrote like novels and shit like that. At the time, they were pretty fucking shitty, but still. And that's why she liked me a lot. And one day she approaches me and says, "We're gonna be doing this fucking camp thing, so you should probably come. It'll be a lot of fun." Now, I told her that the previous experience was absolute shit, but she reassured me that the people here will be the absolute most tolerable, best kind of people you could find, just the sweetest, most friendly, most team-working kind of people that have absolutely no problem with a fucking non-social piece of shit like me. And at the time, I didn't really know anyone from high school because it was my first year, and I think this was happening during autumn, so it was basically just like a few days, from the first day in school. So eventually, she convinced me, and I went there, and fuck me, was that a big fucking mistake. But like I said, I really didn't know anything or anyone at the time, so I was like, okay, we can give this a shot. How fucking bad can it be? Anyways, it was a one night thing. It wasn't like a whole week like last time. So at least I was thinking to myself, how bad can one night really be like? It's one day, one night, and then the next morning we go home, with the bus. So I was thinking to myself, well, fuck it. I'll survive the worst of the worst, I guess, but, We went on Friday and came back on Saturday, so I still had Sunday, so at least that was pretty cool. But basically, here's my biggest I guess the biggest fucking mistake I pulled during this whole thing is that there were a shit ton of fucking cabins, and normally when the whole actual summer camp happens, there's a lot of people, so they need a lot of cabins, right? And basically, I could have just had my own small little cabin if I wanted to, because there's not that many people. But I, for some reason, thought to myself, maybe I should try to meet some of these people, like any new student in a new school does, right? And the people that I was gonna be in the cabin with apparently were from a band, so maybe they're cool and stuff. I thought to myself. So I went to one of the biggest cabins, like I said, just because I wanted to meet people. And red flag number one, there's like a fucking million bottles of beer that these motherfuckers are shoving behind their fucking beds. I, for some reason, immediately just forgot about it. I should have just, skedaddled the fuck out of there, because a lot of beer means no sleep at night, usually. But I thought to myself, I didn't think anything. I just completely fucking forgot about it. We talked a little bit, and I thought to myself, yeah, maybe shit won't be that bad. But that was the first and last time we actually talked with those people. Now, I will admit, I don't entirely blame everyone for not immediately trying to shove up next to me and just completely fucking start talking about every fucking possible shit ever, literally their fucking breast size. No, I mean, I'm anti-social as shit, I can admit that. Sometimes talking to this fucking microphone is hard as shit. But the thing is, I've been to a lot of fucking events with a lot of various people. I've been to events in different fucking places, and I can safely say that those people know how to communicate with almost anyone. It's never a fucking issue to talk to these people, as much as it is with these people, the ones that are around my parts. Because these people do not fucking give a shit. They have their little group of friends, their little fucking stereotypical fucking circle jerks, and they will not fucking talk to anyone else, Again, I don't entirely blame them here, because I should be the one trying to talk to them, rather than, they talk to this completely random stranger that no one knows anything about. But, I mean, come on, don't just, leave that one guy out completely, he's not even there. That's fucked up. But, whatever. The day started out pretty cool. The whole one day that we were going to spend there was primarily just going to be a bunch of games that normally happens in camp, which was really fucking cool. The first game we played was Capture the Flag. Pretty sure I don't have to explain how that works, but there are people who defend and there are people who try to take the flags. And basically, yeah, it's like you would expect. There's a flag and you gotta capture that shit. Now, we are introduced to one of the top stars of the story, Gopnik number 1035. Really, this guy doesn't even need the fucking name, he's just that fucking stereotypical. But this guy right here, I'll mention him a little later in the story, but he was just going all out, telling everyone how he's the big badass and how he's gonna dominate every fucking game. And he just didn't fucking even ask any questions or any strategies, he just fucking ran in there, to get the flag. But in reality, I don't know where the fuck my entire team went, because all of them just fucking skedaddled, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just defend, despite the fact that that was probably the lamest thing in the world. And yeah, they were just gone for the entirety of the fucking game. I don't know. Nor the fucking other team really tried to take our flag. There were like, I don't know, 3 or 4 people in the entirety of the other team trying to actually take the fucking flag. So I don't know where the fuck everyone probably went fucking jerking off in the forest like they usually do. Can't say it was a bad warm up, but in reality it could have went way better. Now the second game, I don't exactly remember what the fuck it was about. All I can remember was basically there are 2 zones and you gotta, both teams like have these pillows or something and you gotta hide that shit or I don't fucking remember. It just had something to do with exploring the other team's base and trying to find their fucking pillows or something. I don't fucking remember. Now there were breaks occasionally during the day where we would eat. Now I gotta admit, I brought the stupidest fucking possible food ever. I like brought a bunch of shit to make sandwiches. Like I didn't just fucking make the sandwiches at home. I was like, no, I'm just gonna bring a fucking massive stack of bread, an entire fucking sausage, a bunch of pickles and cheese and shit. I'm just gonna make the sandwiches there, which is fucking stupid as shit, but I did it anyways. And, well, nothing really much to say there. The third game is probably one of the funnier ones where I actually managed to pull one of my famous fucking plain sight bullshits, which I very fucking commonly do. It's basically themed after the old book carriers in my country, which I guess needs a little description in itself. It's basically, back in the day, our language, my country's language, was just fucking banned, literally, by the fucking Russians, and kids were being secretly educated, which is really fucking awesome, but it was a fucking dangerous job, both for the teachers and both for the people, especially for the people who had to carry the books. So, basically this was themed after that. Having to walk through a post with a hidden message is what, the book carriers back in the day had to very often do, and apparently walk through inspection and carry your message through. Now, you gotta walk past, I think there were a few posts. My post had 2 girls, and, everybody would just go completely crazy trying to fucking hide that shit. I don't know, just literally fucking stab a hole in their fucking body and put that shit in there just to make sure nobody fucking finds that message. I just literally fucking clenched the message in my fist. It's like the size of a cigarette, half a cigarette basically. So it's not really all that much to hide. And I just fucking clenched that shit in my fist, and they couldn't find it because it's such a dumb spot, but fuck it, it worked. Now the primary game of this whole camp was the one that always happens in camp, and I'm pretty sure it's everyone's favorite. It's again themed after the book carriers, but this time it's way more related, because what you basically have to do is you gotta, at night, not necessarily at night, but basically when it's dark, you have to run through this very long segment of a plain and the forest section, which is the hard part actually, because the plain's pretty fucking basic, nothing too complicated. But the forest is where you have a bunch of people looking for you with flashlights. And they are basically, like, if they find you, if they point their flashlight at you and, say that they find you, well, you're fucked. You can't just, like, outrun that shit. But basically what happened is I pulled off probably one of the most insane things I ever did. Well, not ever, but here I am carrying my first fucking message. Now, I run into the fucking forest, and I can't fucking see shit, but I somehow managed to not trip through the entirety of the 2 messages that I managed to carry through. So, basically, I'm just fucking running there, and at one point in the forest, there's a hill, which is pretty fucking noticeable, and it's like a complete like, if someone notices you there, you're screwed. You have literally no way to escape that shit. So here I am running through this hill, and the fucking moment I get on top there, I just fucking noticed there's a fucking person literally flashing a flashlight directly in my direction. Directly in my direction, yep. And I can hear people talking, so I'm like, yep, there we fucking go. I'm about to get, rest in peace that fucking run. But nobody said anything, and those guys are walking right next to me, so I'm like, well, Even if they didn't notice me now, they're gonna notice me eventually, so I'm screwed. So the last ditch effort, what I fucking do is I literally just lay on the ground like trying to blend into the scenery. And by some unexpected fucking miracle, it actually managed to work. Now, you guys remember that fucking Gopnik piece of shit I mentioned earlier? Well, it was the same guy who was apparently seeking. And I'm fucking laying there on the floor. But eventually those assholes just walked past me. I'm like, wow, how the fuck did I pull that off? And nothing special about the second message. I don't think anyone even pointed a flashlight somewhere near my direction. It was extremely fucking easy. Now, someone somehow managed to, like, get 16 messages through, which involves, you can't carry a few messages at once. You can only carry one. So I don't know how the fuck you managed to pull that shit off, because I was running through that forest all the time, and I managed to, at my top speed, somehow get 2 messages, and this fucker right here got 16. And it's like, I think 2 hours, that the game takes place. So I don't know how the fuck that shit happened, but honestly I didn't fucking care. I was just really happy that I somehow managed to hide that fucking well. And yeah. Now after that was it for the games. I think we spent the evening with the campfire and camp songs. The camp songs absolutely sucked. Not because of the songs themselves, but because of the guy's voice just being a screechy piece of shit. But at least he can play guitar. And after that, I was pretty fucking tired because I actually participated in all of these games and all that kind of shit. So I was like, okay, that was fun, time to get some sleep, right? Yeah, that's absolutely fucking happening with these people. Now, before I say anything else, I gotta be honest that I am not that kind of person who wants to ruin people's fucking fun times, right? But I'm that kind of person who doesn't understand when there's a bunch of teens that go on these kind of events, they don't fucking participate in any of the shit, alright? And then they fucking don't let people sleep after they actually participated. This is especially common when it's like a trip. You walk like 50 kilometers per day, and then you go back, you go to sleep, and a lot of these assholes will just fucking driving on the bus the whole fucking time, and then they're just fucking talking through the entire night, fucking screaming their lungs out. So fuck these kind of people. Don't fucking go on these kind of events if you're not gonna fucking participate. Those fucking bottles they brought, oh fucking yeah, they were gonna party all night. So that's just fucking wonderful. Now I didn't mention that during the day, they basically fucking took their vapes out and started smoking the fuck. To the point where the fucking entire cabin was just this fucking thick fog. Now it's like, how the fuck can they evade this shit when the fucking teacher walks into the cabin? Well, they pulled a master fucking tactic right there. They just outsmarted the teacher by saying that they brought sandals. I am in no way convinced that the teacher believed that shit, but she just went with it, because I think, honestly, I'm very rarely gonna stay on the teacher's side trying to defend them. But in this case, I can sort of understand that working with these kind of fucking people is insanely hard. Alright? But at the same time, what the fucking shit, alright? It's the fucking regulations. Do something about this shit. I want to get some fucking sleep while these motherfuckers are screaming their fucking lungs out, drinking a bunch of fucking beer. But the teachers were just not gonna bother with this shit. And like I said, I could have just taken my own cabin, but like I said, really just wanted to meet these people, which didn't fucking work for shit. So, basically, I'm just laying in bed there, fucking trying to get some sleep. These motherfuckers already drank like fucking 20 bottles, fucking talking the stupidest shit ever. One thing I really don't understand about young people is how they just can't find a place to have a drink, is what I wanted to mention earlier, but forgot for some reason. Really, it's never been an issue for me to find a place to, I don't know, if I wanted to smoke or drink or something like that. I could easily find that fucking place, and I was never a person to have a lot of, friends that I knew. But I would always fucking find a place. It was never a fucking issue. It never was, to hide that fucking drinking bullshit or whatever, and it never was to find a place to drink with my friends. Alright? So it's fucking hilarious for me when these badasses, you know, the fucking people that they claim they are, just fucking end up going to a little Boy Scout camp so they could fucking drink. That's fucking pathetic, man, seriously. But, yeah, like I said, there I am fucking laying in bed trying to get some sleep, and it was just not happening. And apparently everybody was fucking going to this cabin because they knew they were fucking drinking, so everybody was just gathering up. There were other people who were fucking smarter and knew that they should probably get their own fucking separate cabin so they could sleep. And here I was, just a complete fucking idiot in this fucking cabin full of drunkards. Now, it was like 3 a.m. at one point. I think the games that we were playing finished at about half till 12, I think. Maybe 12. Not any later than that. It's fucking 3 a.m. I at no point managed to get any fucking sleep. So I did what I fucking usually do when I try to show, not try to show, but when I'm fucking angry and I try to, like, reduce the anger, I go jerk off. I'm not even fucking kidding. What is the strategy to you know, release some anger? Just release some fucking man milk. I really don't know why the fuck I used to do this when I was younger, but I clearly remember this during this fucking camp. And I remember me trying to do this when we were on a trip, but I was so fucking tired that my fucking testosterone was just fucking gone, basically. So that was not happening. But this time, I fucking went to the outside bathrooms and was like, I'm gonna show you, motherfuckers. You wanna see how fucking angry I am? You wanna fucking see how angry I am? Well, you're gonna fucking see how angry I am. And she fucking sat there for like 30 minutes. Or some shit. So, I don't know. I guess maybe that can help in a way because that makes me even more tired. I guess. But, no. There was still... Sleep was just still not happening. Now, these motherfuckers reached a point where they just started talking complete fucking dumb, just illogical shit. Like, what if the sun wasn't named the sun, but rather, I don't know, fucking shrimp or something like that. Just, you know, stuff I can't even fucking make up because you gotta be real drunk to fucking reach that level. But at one point, I didn't know at the time that this was a thing. But apparently there were girls walking around to make sure that everyone was sleeping in the camp. And apparently only now. This fucking cabin could be heard outside in a fucking 3-mile radius. And apparently just fucking now, you know, could one of them walk in to, you know, tell all these fucking assholes to go to sleep. But this is the fucking best part. Like, that fucking girl walks in, she tells everyone to go to sleep. Now, take a fucking wild guess if that actually works. No, it fucking doesn't. I'm pretty sure at one point they even convinced her to have a little drink with them before she left doing absolutely nothing. So, yeah, that's just fucking great. Now, after she left, we have the best fucking, just the best speech I've ever heard in my entire fucking life coming from these fucking drunk assholes. They were telling, you know, each other all about how these are the years of our youth. We should be spending them as, you know, as fun as we can possibly imagine. It is the time that we will never get back. It is the years of our life. We need to have these drinks. We need to have these drinks to remember that being young is absolutely fucking awesome. I will not let this girl tell me what to do. I will have my beer. I'll raise the bottle in the air and just fucking, they just literally went full George Bush fucking speech on everyone. And while the other were just like, understandable, very understandable, clap, 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 clap. Dear, oh my, fuck. Oh. Yeah. So, I'll give you a little while to guess when they actually fell asleep. Alright? You ready? 6:30 a.m. Yup. Fucking thrilled. Also, I have to mind you that we had to wake up at 7 a.m. So... Oh dear. Oh dear. You have no idea how fucking happy I was to actually get out of bed, make my fucking bed. I was dizzy as shit. And like I said, we were gonna have breakfast, and immediately after that, we were gonna go home. So that was just great. Apparently, one guy got sent back home during this camp for breaking the rules when literally the entire camp was breaking the fucking basic rules. Like, there were clearly in fucking bold text, red marker, creepypasta, fucking written, no alcohol, no smoking, games and fun, sleep like good little boys. And apparently only one guy got sent back. Maybe he literally fucking started waving his dick next to the fucking teachers. But anyways, that was and that will be the last time I ever attend a shitty camp like this. Alright? Again, like I said, I'm not the person who's gonna judge people for having a drink with their friends, having fun. You do what the fuck you want to do, but please, if you're gonna call yourself badasses, at least don't go to a fucking camp so you could hide away from your parents to drink, okay? But I guess maybe I should have known better. I was like, come on, eventually you gotta pass out or something, but it was just not happening. And like I said, last time I ever go to a camp like this, I will definitely do more research. And the next year's, like 10th grade, 11th grade, the teachers were organizing a thing like that again, and they were talking to me how it's going to be different this time, but I was like, no. Not happening. I'm just really never going to a thing like that ever again. So, moral of the story, I just really don't get young people, what's with them, and the fucking constant, every opportunity you gotta fucking drink or smoke or whatever. Not saying it's a bad thing, really, it's not all that bad. But it's the constant fucking, just really, come on, there's other things. And it's the whole, that if you drink, you gotta fucking drink yourself till blackout. Which is, again, just fucking incredibly stupid. But, yeah, I don't fucking get these people. But that being said, stay safe, stay sober. That's about it.